Hello friends, this video on visualizing solid shapes part 15 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Now that we have learned about isometric sketching, oblique sketching and how 3D objects can be built, let's try to visualize some solid objects. Now a very good example that you can consider from your day-to-day life is a dice, which you often use while playing Ludo. So what do you think is the shape of this dice? It is nothing but a cube. Yes, of course. Why? Because all the surfaces are squares. So there are a total of 6 surfaces. All are squares. Therefore, this is a cube. Perfect. What is the another important property for this dice? The other property is that the sum of the opposite faces is always equal to 7. That means if the top face is a 2, then what would be the bottom face? The bottom face must be a 5, such that 5 plus 2 is 7. Similarly, if the front face is a 4, what would be the back face? The back face would be a 3, so that 4 plus 3 is 7. Now, when you look at one dice, it is a cube. Now let us say that if you bring two, so this forms the cube. Now if you bring another dice and place it just behind the first one, that means you place 2 dice one after another. So what do you get? What is the shape now? This is nothing but a cuboid. So 2 dice together makes a cuboid. Why cuboid? Because now you have a rectangular face. So this side, the length of this side, this entire thing, and the length of this breadth, so the length and breadth are not equal, therefore this is a rectangle, and as a result the entire object is a cuboid. Now have you ever played with the Rubik's cube? I'm sure you must have played with this Rubik's cube. So you have different colors and you need to arrange it in a specific pattern. So what is this? What is the shape of the Rubik's cube? The name itself says cube. So this cube is also made up of 6 surfaces such that each surface is a square. So these are some examples of objects around us which are in the shape of cubes or cuboids. Not only this, when you look at certain objects which maybe are not cubes or cuboids, but they could be certain other shapes. Now let us look at some more shapes. Let's think of a cucumber. I'm sure it is a very common item in your salads. So what happens in a cucumber? It is roughly cylindrical in shape. Now, have you ever noticed what happens when you cut a slice of cucumber or when you cut it from the center? So, which is this shape that you get to see here? So, when you cut it from between, this is the shape that you observe, and this is nothing but a circle. Whereas when you look at the overall shape of the cucumber, it is roughly cylindrical in shape, right? So what is this called? So this is nothing but the cross section of the cucumber. So cross section is that surface which gets exposed when cut. So you do not see the circle until the cucumber is cut. But when it is cut, this surface gets exposed, and in case of a cucumber which is cylindrical in shape, this cross section is circular in nature. Think of a loaf of bread. So what happens when you cut a slice of bread? Now you can cut the bread vertically, you can cut it horizontally. Normally we cut it vertically like this. Now when you cut the bread like this into multiple slices, what is the cross section of each slice? So, or what is the shape of this surface which gets exposed? The moment you cut a slice, this is the surface that gets exposed, and roughly this surface is in the shape of a square. So the cross section of the bread is in the shape of a square. So this is the scenario when you cut it vertically, like how is shown in the figure. Now what would happen if you cut it horizontally? That is, instead of cutting it vertically, you are cutting it horizontally. So in this case, it gets divided into 2 halves like this. So what would be each half? So each cross section, now this time when you look at the cross section, it would be somewhat like this. This is not visible from here, but this would be the cross section. So now this time the cross section would be a rectangle. So depending upon whether it is cut vertically or horizontally, we decide whether the cross section would be a square or a rectangle. But every object, every solid 3-dimensional object will have the cross section. Now, when you look at any three-dimensional objects, you have seen by now that we can get different views of the same object. The same object might look different from different perspective. For example, let us look at this insect. So here we have shown three different views of the same insect. So when you look at the insect from the front view, this is how it looks. From the top view, it looks like this, and from the side view like this. Now, all the three views are very much different from each other, but that is how it is. So, every three-dimensional object will have different views when seen from front, side, or top view. So, let's take the example of a house. So, the top view of the house looks somewhat like this, but when it is observed from the front, you get to see only the front thing, and the side and the back sides do not appear at all. Similarly, when you look at it from any one side, you just get to see this side of the house. You do not see any other thing. So depending upon from where are you looking at that particular object, you get to see a view of that particular object. So with this, we have reached towards the end of this lesson on visualizing solid shapes, and I hope that this lesson would have actually helped you to visualize solid shapes. Now try to look at more and more shapes, experiment with them, try to see what are the two-dimensional shapes which give rise to those three-dimensional shapes. So I hope this lesson would have helped you. See you all in the next lesson. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.